Dear yogis, welcome. Namaste. I'm going to discuss today a question I received to engage the leg muscles for lifting in your leg raises, hip flexion, and how to engage the core, how to engage the front and the back of the leg simultaneously, your hamstrings and your quads, and then also the lifting of the kneecap is mentioned to stabilize the pelvis and the core. So, there's one principle I use in the thinking, is you want the pelvis to lift and the thighs to press back. So I'm strengthening by stabilizing, even in the chest, back, lift, back. So that's exactly the opposite. Pelvis destabilized, thighs going this way, pelvis going that way, and the chest going that way. So bring the chest back, lift the pelvis up, push the thighs back. And now you have engaged the glutes, the hamstrings, and lifting the quad. So that would be lifting your kneecaps, lifting your quad. And the way I teach this in leg raises, so let's first, with tilting the pelvis, we always start with tilting the pelvis. You want the lower back on the floor. So a simple thing like this, tilt the pelvis, lift the hip bones, lift the tummy muscles, bring your tummy muscles down and up under the ribcage so that the lower back is pressing down. So I'm really pressing down for my legs to go up. Then length is important. When we want to stretch a leg, we don't want it's just hanging on the hip flexor. Press down, engage from lifting the knee, lifting the inner thigh, coming right into the stomach. You're lifting, but also you're lengthening. Now, if I just imagine putting a string at the end of my foot, I engage, lower back down, and put a string and lengthen. Easy. Okay, so that's where it's easy. But what happens when it starts going into longer lines like this, or even longer lines like this? I want to again think of down. I'm putting everything down, down, down. And then when I pull this in, my leg starts lifting, and I hold it, I start opening. So to exaggerate and to teach it, I use props. And I've devised millions kinds of props. This one, well, first one was a bolster, quite commonly used. Then, especially for people suffering with tight lower backs, sore lower backs, this just has been amazing. It's a soft ball, completely soft, and it forces your hips into this position, forces your ribs into the down position, everything down. And now I don't force it into that position. I allow it to open, lengthen out as much as I can with holding this down. So now I'm engaged. Again, that same principle, the thighs coming, your hip bones are coming this way, your stomach coming this way, and your thigh going that way. So if I really exaggerate it, it's an open hip flexor. Okay, and that's where I'm extending. So this is quite fun, doing leg raises like this, even getting just a lengthen out. And I do that first and then go into the leg raise. And the reason for that is if I just go leg raises, yeah, so I'll show you in a single leg, you're engaging, I'm going up, up in the leg, yeah, to find this muscle. And this is coming down, and as I go down, I'm pushing the pelvis there. And then I find this muscle, my leg hangs on the back muscle. So it's very easy for the front of my body because I'm helping with the back of my body. So when we eventually do that, 2 legs, I lift in the belly first, I extend, find the lower back, and generally in the beginning you'll find it only activating at about here, and then you hold it, come back. Okay. So that's the same. You want to feel your pants or your glutes coming into the triangle at the bottom. When you do your Navasana, the first important thing I find, until your stomach is strong enough, don't think that Navasana has to be there. Because then I'm going to be using too much squat, nothing in the hamstrings, nothing in the belly. If I first tilt my pelvis, lift the hip bones, suck the belly in and up, shoulders relax, open, and I first start by thinking of back, down. Then that will engage the thighs pressing away from my pelvis, pelvis coming this way, thighs going that way, and glutes coming up and the hamstrings engaging that way. So there's my Navasana. And then in time, as I get quite good in holding the core, I can start lifting and lengthening and lifting more onto the spine, lifting more in the spine, but when it's ready. Okay, I find hug it in, get everything in the core, hug it in, and you're sending your thighs away and you're reaching up and out. Okay. So that's it for extending, and you use that for everything. If you want to do a handstand, if you want to do an inversion of any kind, we often drop the pelvis that way instead of lifting the pelvis this way. So I'm going to exaggerate, if I can. It's a lot for the body and it's a lot for the feeling, but it's actually not a very big movement. If I go up, opening the hip like that, I feel no stability in the core. If I push my thighs, lift my tummy, and something's coming away from something else, but I also can't pull it too tight because the hip flexor has to be able to move. It has to be able to lift my leg up. So I'm going to hug into the center, but relax in the hip flexor. So now hug in. I push my thigh away. I pull my bum up. And so there the feeling is thighs back, hip bones up, open. Okay. It goes really into everything, so please watch my next video. I'm going to discuss how you do that in back bends, saving your lower back from getting too tight, and the middle back. Often we use the middle back muscles to do back bends. So please join me for next time. Thank you very much. Namaste.